Ambiguous. ASMR.
I don't think I've had a match come that close before. It really brought a whole new meaning to having me on the ropes. Who's that? I don't think I've seen them around. Wait, what actually are they? They're too short to be an orc, that's for sure. Not to mention they aren't green. I don't see any horns. They're short, but not short enough to be a dwarf. They just look kinda ordinary. Maybe a halfling? Or an elf? But even then, it doesn't seem quite right. Maybe I should go up to them. I mean, they're new, right? And on their own. Maybe they could use the company. I know I sure could. Hey, you. Over there, in the short cloak, looking at the glowing thing. Yes, I mean you. Hoodie? What are you talking about? Oh, you mean that thing you're wearing? Neat. Anyway, on to the point. Nice to meet you. My name is Odair. What's yours? Huh. I've never heard that name before. I don't think I've seen you around here. Are you new here? A transfer student? Cool. So, what are you studying? Wait, they teach that here? I didn't even know. I was so sure of what I wanted to study that I didn't even bother to check what other courses they offer here. What am I studying? Okay, I'll tell you, but you have to promise not to laugh at me. I'm actually here to study medicine. I know people sometimes think that's weird. You know, the big dumb orc wanting to study medicine. What are they going to do? Try and use herbs and leaves? But it's really not like that at all. I know orcs have a certain reputation, and I guess I'm not really helping now that I'm all sweaty from wrestling, but I actually just want to become a doctor. You know, a real doctor. There's not many of them back home. A lot of orcs just feel too embarrassed to study it, you know? Like they're not going to fit in or are going to be judged. So, they just pursue more manual labor jobs, which means our infrastructure tends to be good, and we make a lot of money by doing the manual labor that other races like elves don't generally want to do, but when someone's sick or injured, no one really knows what to do. And that's when you start getting people trying to use herbs and leaves to do something. It's something that motivates me to push on here and eventually get a medical degree. Breaking the cycle, you know? I may be an orc and enjoy sports in my free time, but that doesn't mean I'm too stupid to be a doctor. I want to prove that to everyone, and maybe, someday, it'll mean that other orcs from where I'm from will feel comfortable doing the same. But yes, that's a lot about me that you probably didn't ask for. It's weird. You just have those eyes that make me want to open up to you. Wait, you're not some kind of lamia with legs, are you? No? Oh, right. There was actually something I wanted to ask you. And if me asking makes you feel uncomfortable, please say, but as someone's currently studying anatomy of various different monsters, strangely, I can't actually tell what you are. Yes. You know, your species. Like how I'm an orc, or how Professor Archibald is. Actually, I don't know what he is. But yes, that is the question I wanted to ask. You're a human? I don't think I've... Wait, no. Like, from the stories? Yes, you know. Stories about humans clad in iron going on trips around the world to get into fights with dragons over girls. Or being summoned to parallel worlds to fight cliché villains. That kind of human? I didn't even think humans were real. You guys are pretty interesting, though. Kind of like if you took a halfling and just stretched them out a little. Or took an elf and just kind of made the ears stubbier. Gnarly. So, are there orcs from where you come from? There aren't, but they appear in fiction? Huh. So the same as humans from my world. It's kind of interesting how this university works, actually. As it exists in its own dimension, the students here come from multiple different worlds, meaning you can encounter people from races that don't even exist from where you're from, or who are from worlds where your race doesn't exist. It's really interesting and honestly eye-opening about things back home, you know? However different an elf and a dwarf are, they're still coming from the same world, and compared to a dragonborn or some eldritch beings, the difference seems kind of inconsequential. It's honestly nice, and it means that people have become a lot more accepting of me. I haven't seen any humans around here. There's no way it's just you, right? It is? You're kidding. How does that even happen? I mean, even the rarer species have at least around 50 students here. How can you be the only one? An administrative issue? Your application got sent to the wrong place because you were tired and sick when they took the ID photo, so they just assumed you were a zombie and approved it? That's insane. So, are they going to let you stay? I mean, if there's no other humans here, I'd assume it's for a reason, right? Now you've seen monsters, you're not allowed to go back into your own world in case you leak our existence? So, what, are they just going to keep you here? That's crazy. Hey, I was going to head out and catch a drink to cool off from the match. Did you want to come with? Yes, you would be totally welcome. I normally end up going alone, so I'd appreciate the company. I'll have an ale, and they'll have... Yes, I think they have water. They'll have water, please. So, how are you finding things here? I hope it's not too overwhelming. You seem to be mostly keeping yourself to yourself. You find it difficult to talk to people? I see. Well, then it's a good thing I found you, because I'm not going to leave you alone then. I actually have some friends I could introduce you to, if you'd be interested. You would? Great. Hey, this might come across as a little forward, but from where I'm from, we just come out and say things. You're pretty cute, you know? Aw, look at you blush. That's exactly what I was talking about. But yes, honestly, with your eyes and that thing you do with your arms when you're nervous, it's absolutely adorable. Are all humans like that? Because if so, I'm definitely going to visit your world sometime. Aw, don't deny it. It just makes you even cuter. But in all seriousness, the thing about you that stands out to me is how non-judgmental you are. Even when I first came up to you, I didn't feel the same judgment coming from you as from other people. You just seemed to see me as me, rather than just some big scary orc. You'd be surprised how special that makes you. It shows you have a good heart. Something tells me that meeting you may have been the best luck I've had all week. Well, it's been nice, but I should probably head back to my dorm before the others worry about where I am. See you around, human. Next time, I'll introduce you to the others.